A man admitted to dismembering his wife's body. Will a chilling string of Google searches prove that he killed her? Before we dive into today's case, welcome to Weekly True Crime News Mama. I'm Patty, your working mom host who breaks down the facts so you don't have to dig for them. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. It helps this new channel reach more true crime fans and pushes these cases to people who may know something. We're working toward our first 100 subscribers, so every click really counts. Let's get into it. In the hectic hours following Brian Walshe's claim that his wife Anna had died suddenly at home, prosecutors say he carried out a string of alarming Google searches, including queries such as quote-unquote, how to cut up a body and quote-unquote, how long before a corpse produces an odor. Brian, aged 50, from Cohasset, Massachusetts, is now standing trial for first-degree murder in the disappearance and presumed death of 39-year-old Anna Walshe, who was last seen alive in the early morning of January 1, 2023. Her remains have never been recovered. He has pleaded not guilty to the murder charge. Earlier this fall, Brian did plead guilty to unrelated counts of improperly handling a human body and lying to investigators. During opening statements on Monday, December 1st, defense attorney Larry Tipton told jurors that Brian discovered Anna unresponsive in their bed around 2:30 a.m. and panicked, choosing to cover up what happened out of fear for what might happen to their 3 young sons. Tipton argued that Brian's search history reflected his desperation rather than premeditated intent, according to a live stream shared by MassLive.com. Prosecutors offered a different account. Commonwealth Assistant District Attorney Greg Connor told the jury that Anna had been involved in an extramarital relationship, a potential contributing motive, NBC News reported. Investigators say Brian searched online for adult content involving an unfaithful spouse on December 27, 2022, and also looked up quote-unquote best divorce options for men, per MassLive.com. Authorities further suggested that financial gain may have played a role. Brian was listed as the sole beneficiary of Anna's $2.7 million life insurance policy, according to NBC News. On Tuesday, December 2nd, jurors heard extensive testimony regarding Brian's online activity after he claimed he found his wife dead. Tragically, the pattern paints a troubling picture. Beginning at 4:52 a.m. on January 1st, Trooper Nicholas Guarino testified that Brian allegedly researched the quote-unquote best method to dispose of a corpse. 3 minutes later, at 4:55 a.m., he looked up quote-unquote how long before a body starts to smell, CNN reported. More searches followed throughout the morning. At 6:24 a.m., how long does a person need to be missing for inheritance? At 7:48 a.m., searches for local Lowe's stores. At 9:35 a.m., can you ID someone from partial remains? At 9:59 a.m., how to get rid of a cell phone? At 10:29 a.m., my wife is missing, what should I do? At 11:50 a.m., questions about cleaning blood from wood floors with bleach. At 12:53 p.m., whether hydrogen peroxide removes blood from concrete. Investigators say the disturbing search activity continued into the next day. On January 2nd, shortly after noon, Brian allegedly looked up quote-unquote how to saw a body, followed minutes later by quote-unquote is a hacksaw good for dismembering, can someone be charged with murder without a body, and several other additional queries concerning human remains, trash disposal, and removing a computer hard drive, CNN reported. On January 3rd, he allegedly searched for news about, quote, body found at trash station, unquote, whether decomposition can occur inside a plastic bag, and whether police can access search histories without a suspect's computer. On January 4th, Brian contacted Anna's employer, prompting them to alert police when they realized she had not reported to work. Brian's legal troubles predate Anna's disappearance. In February 2024, he was sentenced to 37 months in federal prison and 3 years of supervised release after admitting to a long-running art fraud scheme involving forged Andy Warhol pieces. He was ordered to pay $475,000 in restitution. His guilty plea in April 2021 covered charges of wire fraud, interstate transport for a fraudulent scheme, and unlawful monetary transactions. We will continue to monitor this story for you, and we will bring you any updates as we receive them. Thanks for watching Weekly True Crime News Mama, your source for weekly true crime news and updates. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next case update. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your insights. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and stay curious.